So hey, I know life could be very difficult. I mean, I've been dealing with mental illness for as long as I can remember. You know, life strikes at you and you don't know what to do. And there'll be times when you're just like you're just ready to get a gun and just shoot yourself. I know, cause I have my days. There'll be days where I get up or I can't even get up. And the next thing I know, I slept like 20 hours and like the day just went through me. And I'm just like looking around and finances, this, that, responsibilities. And then things that you've been working so hard to work out aren't going in your favor and everything. You just literally seeing your entire world caving in. And you're just like I'm just better off being gone, right? That's what happens, right? And then you look around, you have no one, you have shadows, you have memories that aren't the best. Keep looking around and you still continue. Who's to your left, who's to your right? There's no one, it's just you, right? I got asked the other day, how do you find peace in the cemetery? That's exactly where I'm at right now. The reason I find peace in the cemetery is because it reminds me that at the end of the day, we come into this world alone and we leave alone, right? We don't take materials with us. We don't take the fancy cars. We don't take the money. We don't take anything. All we take with us is our memories, our lessons. And the reason also I come to the cemetery is because there's been thousands of times where I've thought about just ending everything. You know, I'm human. Like, it is what it is. I've been dealing with depression for as long as I can recall. And like, it reminds me, and I think about it, and it's like, when someone goes to a funeral, right? When someone passes, let's say your uncle, your grandma, your mom, whoever, right? Your dad. When someone passes and you go to a funeral, what is it that you see? The corpse is there. But it's the one event where you see all the family that half the time you didn't even know existed because there is no connection with your family, right? But what also you see, you hear the people speaking of the memories, the good and usually the good ones. They don't really talk about the bad ones per se. And you think about it, and then you'll have specific people that are like distraught, like they're destroyed completely because this person passed away. You get me? And so whenever I get down to the point where I feel like literally like even my faith is tested at that point, I bring myself here as a reminder that I just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going, because you never know who's really how many lives you have crossed and made a difference for. You don't know that. Even if most people didn't pay you right, didn't do right by you, you don't know how you impacted that person's life. You don't know the amazing things they say behind your back as well. We all think of the negative, but you don't know who's talking great about you. You get me? You don't know who truly values you. You don't know who will show up, take a bullet for you, just to make sure you're okay. Or get locked up just to make sure you're okay. You don't know that. But there's always people watching. There's always people watching you. If you're not keeping contact one way or another, whether nowadays it's a little bit easier because of social media. You know? And the problem that we're having is we have no relationships with anyone. We don't have a relationship with ourselves. We don't have a relationship with God. We don't have a relationship with our families 9 out of 10. You go up to any random stranger right now, and I guarantee you for them, their family are not blood. Blood is not thicker than water, or whatever the phrase is. You get me? And it's because we have allowed ourselves to disconnect from everyone We have allowed ourselves to be so in tune into technology and to the money, that if you really think about it, like, if I die right now, just being like real, if I die right now, what difference is gonna make? Only the people that have met me would be able to say anything, because I wouldn't know. I'll just be thinking of it, well, I don't got any more bills. And maybe a couple people will be blessed because of the life policies and stuff like that I have put in the event of anything happening, right? But the bills will be paid, right? At least for a month or two. Probably my dog. My dog is probably the main one that'll miss me. But that's the mentality where I'm at. And then the next thing you know, it's like the complete opposite, because there's people out there that care about you. You come to find out that the least person you expected really gives a fuck about you. You get me? And they will lose their shit if something happened to you. And believe it or not, people get weirded out, but to me the cemetery is very peaceful. Because many times, especially if you see like old like the old graves and stuff, you'll see how loving those gravestones are. Have any of you stepped in and read them? Some of those gravestones, like, they hit the heart. Like, you could tell that couple was in love. You know? Like, that family member was really cherished. And who knows? Maybe they didn't know it when they were alive. Maybe they didn't. But it's kind of like, you never know, right? Y'all wondering, yeah, I've been struggling with a lot more things than anyone can think of, and I've just been trying to keep my faith alive, because the only thing that no one can take away from me. And sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. It is what it is. I'm human. It's normal. And I'm not scared of The Walking Dead. I have this belief that I'm more scared of people that are alive than the people that are dead. I can handle the shadows. Can't handle the people with bad intentions sometimes. You know? I don't know. Just sharing a little bit of myself with y'all. But, dude, like, shit happens. We just gotta try to push through it. It's storming right now. It's pouring a few minutes ago. I mean, it's still drizzling a bit. But the rainbow's gonna come out when the sun comes out, right? Just because you're struggling today and you're dealing with a lot of heat right now, don't give up. You don't know what it brings afterwards. You get me? Well, I hope y'all are having a way better day than I am. Be blessed. And keep up with that faith. If you don't got faith, find some, because you need to feel like you have a purpose to live. You got me? There's always going to be a purpose. There's always going to be something that pulls you, that will push you and make you want to live. And sometimes your brain gets very, very foggy. Go outside and walk. Find your peace place. Go to the ocean. Go to the lake. Be a weirdo like me and come walk in the cemetery with me. Do something, because if you stay in your head, you will go insane. I'm an overthinker who has ADHD and not taking their medications. High levels of depression. So trust me, I know the craziness. Here I am. Alright, y'all be safe. Stay blessed.